Come into our house of hope and love, of peace and justice, of wholeness and healing. We welcome the certain and the seeking, the long-timers and the newcomers, the beloved and the brokenhearted. All of you can find a home here at Throop, where we go love the world from the heart of Pasadena and from the heart of our homes. Good morning to our friends joining us also on live stream. This morning, we are honored to welcome Reverend Rebecca Benefiel-Bijour, our guest preacher. Reverend Rebecca Benefiel-Bijour is raising 3 children with her husband in Santa Monica, California. She serves as community minister for the Emerson UU Church of Canoga Park and works with St. Joseph Center in Venice to support people experiencing homelessness, advance human dignity, and ensure all people and communities can thrive. She recently began her term as president of the Parent-Teacher Student Association of the Santa Monica Alternative Schoolhouse and has served UU congregations and multi-faith social justice communities in Los Angeles since 2010. You can find out where she is speaking next at www.RebeccaBijour.com. Brief announcements. Jessica has let me know that campus will be closed 3 days this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, for another event. After the service, if you're interested in learning more about Throop or becoming a member, our greeters will be in the back of the sanctuary to answer your questions and invite you to join us for coffee. Each one of us is a light in the world. The flame from our chalice symbolizes and reflects that light.
Our time together in worship is intimately connected with our daily lives. As a symbol of that connection, we light our chalice with the flame from our candles of hope and witness. In the mystery of life about us, there is light. It gives us a place to be, to grow, to rejoice together. It opens the pathways to love. In this place of friendship, there is freedom. Let the light we kindle go before us, strong in hope, wide in goodwill, inviting the day to come. We light a second candle to honor the people and ancestors whose lands we now occupy. The land under and around Throop is the unceded land of the Gabrielino Tongva Band of Mission Indian people. May this knowledge and awareness lead us into dismantling systems of supremacies and oppressions. We light a third candle symbolizing our watershed, the Arroyo Seco. May their waters continue to nourish life in our communities. We take a moment of silence, holding all of these in our hearts. Please rise as body and spirit allow for our opening hymn, Come Sing a Song With Me, which is number 346 in your gray hymnals.
Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time.
Now everybody, it's time to greet your neighbors and say hello.
walk and reign with me. Come walk and reign with me. Come walk and reign with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you home when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the wind. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you home when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the and I'll bring and I'll bring you home when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time.
As we reflect this morning on what it means to be a house of friendships, we're reminded that friendship doesn't end with the people sitting beside us. We are also in relationship with the earth that shelters us, the waters that sustain us, the trees that give us breath, and all living beings who share this one home. Caring for our planet is one of the ways we express gratitude for these relationships and honor our place within the great web of life. Together, let us renew that commitment. Please join me in sharing our Throop promise to our planet found in your orders of worship. As members of the family of living beings on earth,
we are guided by the Unitarian Universalist principle of respect for the interdependent web of all existence, of which we are a part. With hearts filled with love for it, eyes nurtured by its beauty, and minds ruminating on ways to protect Earth's sacred and abundant gifts,
we promise to nurture the well-being of all life and the planet itself. Next, please join me in our responsive reading, This House by Kenneth Patton. The reading is number 444 in your gray hymnal. The congregation will respond by sharing the words in italics. This house is for the ingathering of nature and human nature. House of friendships,
a haven in trouble, an open room for the encouragement of our struggle.
It is a house of freedom, guarding the dignity and worth of every person.
It offers a platform for the free voice, for declaring both in times of security and danger, the full and undivided conflict of opinion.
It is a house of truth-seeking, where scientists can encourage devotion to their quest, where mystics can abide in a community of searchers.
It is a house of art, adorning its celebrations with melodies and handiworks.
It is a house of prophecy, outrunning times past and times present, in visions of growth and progress.
This house is a cradle for our dreams, the workshop of our common endeavor.
Good morning again. It's such a pleasure to be with you all this morning, and I have a story to share. I know I don't physically see any smaller members of the congregation with us today, but I always have such a good time doing these. We are going to lean into the time for all ages situation here, and I have a story to share with you. It's about two good friends named Frog and Toad. Is anyone else familiar with Frog and Toad? Fabulous. So it's by Arnold Lobel. It's called Alone, and I did recruit an actor who was literally waiting in the wings when I got here today. Very excited that he is here to help me tell this story. One day, Toad woke up and went over to his friend Frog's house. And when he got there, there was a note on the door. Notes are how people communicate when they don't have phones. And the note said, "Dear Toad, I am not at home. I went out. I want to be alone." And Toad thought to himself, Frog must be sad. I will find my friend so he won't be sad anymore. So Toad looked in the house, but Frog was not there. And Toad looked in the meadow. Frog was not there. Toad looked in the garden. Frog was not there. And then Toad went all the way down to the river and looked way out across the river, and there was Frog. "Oh, I will go cheer Frog up," said Toad. So Toad went back home, and Toad made some sandwiches. And then Toad made some iced tea. And then Toad put everything into a basket. And then Toad went back down to the banks of the river and said, "Frog, Frog!" But Frog did not hear him. Then Toad took off Toad's jacket and waved it like a big flag. "Frog!" said Toad. But Frog still did not hear or see Toad. So Toad, then luckily a turtle came swimming by, and Toad jumped on the back of the turtle and said, "Turtle, take me to Frog. He wants to be alone." And the turtle said, "If he wants to be alone, maybe you should leave him alone." And Toad said, "Maybe you are right. Maybe Frog doesn't want to be my friend anymore." "Frog," said Toad, "I am sorry for all the dumb things that I do. I am sorry for all the silly things that I say. Please, please be my friend again." And then Toad fell off of the turtle into the river with a big splash. And then Frog pulled Toad out of the river. And Toad said, "I am so sorry. I brought you lunch, and it's all ruined and soggy now. I just wanted you to be happy, Frog."
But Toad, I am happy. I am very happy. This morning when I woke up, I felt good because the sun was shining. I felt good because I was a frog. And I felt good because I have you as a friend. I wanted to be alone. I wanted to think about how fine everything is.
That is a very good reason to be alone.
Now, I will be glad not to be alone. Let's eat lunch.
So the two friends had soggy sandwiches without iced tea and spent the afternoon together on the island. They were two good friends who were alone together. That is our time for all ages. Ooh, thank you for the snaps. That's lovely. So I know as a congregation and community, we talk about what we're talking about in church and in our lives, and friendship is really important to all of us. But we are always learning how to be friends, even with people we've known for a very long time, how to listen to what they're telling us, but also how to be flexible when we show up in all of our Toad glory anyway. So I hope that this week that's coming ahead for all of us is a time when you can show up for a friend in all your Toad glory, and also where you can be a very serene frog who is able to see the gladness and the goodness that is around us all the time.
It is time to sing the children out, here or anywhere. For our Kids Dig In program, the words are in your order of service. Let us sing them in our hearts.
For you
You
shall go out in joy, for you shall go out in joy, and come back in peace, and come back in peace. For you shall go out in joy, for you shall go out in joy and come back in peace, and come back in peace. Blessed be.
Our pondering reading is by Bell Hooks. And did last week's preacher also talk all about love? Did I see that? I think so. That's awesome. I love it when that happens. Yeah. It's important. Let's stay with it. Many of us learn as children that friendship should never be seen as important as family ties. However, friendship is the place in which a great majority of us have our first glimpse of redemptive love and caring community. Learning to love in friendships empowers us in ways that enable us to bring this love to other interactions with family or with romantic bonds.
Check your microphone.
We're going to check my microphone.
Check 1 2 1 2.
There's a button. Yeah, thank you.
When I am frightened, will you reassure me? When I'm uncertain, will you hold my hand? Will you be strong for me, sing to me quietly? Will you share some of your stories with me? If you will show me compassion, then I may learn to care as you do. Then I may learn to care. When I am angry, will you still embrace me? When I am thoughtless, will you understand? Will you believe in me? Stand by me willingly. Will you share some of your questions with me? If you will show me acceptance, then I may learn to give as you do. Then I may learn to give. When I am troubled, will you listen to me? When I am lonely, will you be my friend? Will you believe in me? You hurt me tenderly. Will you share some of your feelings with me? If you will show me commitment, then I may learn to love as you do. Then I may learn to love.
This church is our church. We support it through our gifts of time, our gifts of talent, and our gifts of treasure. We pause each week in worship for a moment of financial generosity and ask you to make a donation to Throop. You can give online, the directions are in your order of worship, or place your gift in the offering plate. If you are a first-time visitor, please let the offering plate pass you by. Thank you for supporting our life together. The offering will now gratefully be received.
step inside. May all who seek here find a kindly word. May all who speak here feel they have been heard. Sing now together this our heart's own song. Life has its battles, sorrows, and regret, but in the shadows let us not forget. We who now gather know each other's pain. Kindness can heal us as we give again. Sing now in friendship this our heart's own song.
In a spirit of gratitude, we lift up our thanks to those supporting our worship service today. Ripley, pulling double duty as our live stream operator and usher, along with Rachel. Arav, our lay reader. Faith, who gets to join us today, who leads our children's program. Teresa, our greeter. Tom, our coffee and conversation host. Malcolm and the beautiful choir on music. Jessica, for your administrative support, and Reverend Rebecca, for sharing their wisdom with us today. As we pause in recognition for all the ways we support our Throop community life, say with me the words in your order of worship. With gratitude for the ministries of the church that hold us and embolden us to love the world, we bless our offering and the many gifts we share.
Congregation, would you join us in turning in your gray hymnals to number 315? This old world is full of sorrow, full of sickness, weak and sore. If you love your neighbor truly, love will come to you the more. We're all children of one family. We're all brothers, sisters too. If you cherish one another, love and friendship come to you. This old world can be a garden full of fragrance, full of grace. If we love our neighbors truly, we must meet them face to face. It is said, now love thy neighbor, and we'll know well that is true. This the sum of human labor, true for me as well as you.
Our pastoral prayer this morning comes from the writing of John O'Donohue. Any John O'Donohue fans in the house? Oh, I'm so glad to bring John O'Donohue to you all. Oh, louder? I wonder if I can. How's this?
Yeah.
Okay, fabuloso. So John O'Donohue is an Irish poet and mystic who wrote about the blessings of friendship that enliven and deepen our spiritual lives in his book Anam Cara. As I share these words of blessing, I invite you to come home to your body. You may want to shift a bit in your seat or soften your gaze. Reconnect your feet with the earth below us and bring some intention to the gentle rhythm of your breathing. Each breath is sending out what is no longer needed, and each breath is bringing in everything that we need for just this breath. Our spoken prayer will be followed by a time of shared stillness. A friendship blessing. May you be blessed with good friends. May you learn to be a good friend to yourself. May you be able to journey to that place in your soul where there is great love, warmth, feeling, and forgiveness. May this change you. May it transfigure that which is negative or distant or cold in you. May you be brought into the real passion, kinship, and affinity of belonging. May you treasure your friends. May you be good to them, and may you be there for them. May they bring you all the blessings, challenges, truths, and light that you need for your journey. May you never be isolated. May you always be in the gentle nest of belonging with your spiritual friend, your Anam Cara. Blessed be.
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, and I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. If you ever forget just how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, and I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, yeah. never say goodbye. And you'll always have my shoulder when you cry. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, and I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, and I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 1, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do.
Thank you so much for bringing that to life. That was a special request. And it's so good to be with you all this morning and to be so warmly welcomed in your community. My son Nathan graduated from 8th grade this year, and at their school there's a tradition where all the graduates are asked to make a brief speech at their graduation ceremony. The school is very small, so the graduating class only has about 25 students in it, and each speech is only about 3 minutes long, which is a long time if you aren't comfortable with public speaking, but goes pretty fast once you're up there. The students work very hard on their speeches, and the parents and the grandparents and the teachers are always very curious about what will make it into their 3-minute speech. We're curious about what meaning they will make about their years at the school. We're always kind of wondering if anyone's going to say anything that's a little edgy. It's an open mic. You don't know what's going to happen. This year, the students did a particularly beautiful job, I say, as a very proud parent. But one of the themes that the class had was that of friendship. They had really loved on one another as friends. And they also talked about how their friendships had changed over their 9 years together at this K-8 school. They appreciated their early friendships, but they also recognized that as new students had joined their class, including 2 students who joined in the middle of and at the beginning of 8th grade who came into the community, that they had really made space for them and welcomed them in. Again, as a parent, it was so easy to be proud of a group of students and a community that sustains friendships as they change over time. As first day friendships become friendships of many years. I wonder if some of you can remember for a moment, particularly those friendships that you formed as a child, when you first sighted the person who would become your friend. Maybe you were on the street where you grew up, in the playground, at the park. Maybe you were seated alphabetically in homeroom, your destiny determined by the first letter of your last name. I remember many years ago when this same child, Nathan, who just graduated from 8th grade, who's now headed to high school, when he was in preschool, I went to a meetup with other parents in the park, and I met my friend, Natalie. She had just moved to town, and there was something about her. It was definitely more like a recognition, more than a choosing for me. I knew we were going to be friends. And if we celebrated friendiversaries, we would now, Natalie and I, would be celebrating 11 years together this summer. And I think maybe we should celebrate friendiversaries. As Bell Hooks noted in our reading from her book, All About Love, friendship is the place where so many of us have our first glimpse of redemptive love and caring community. Learning to love in friendships empowers us. She goes on to say that friendship love is instrumental, that it is a teaching ground for us to practice the love skills that we bring to our family and romantic partners. But that hierarchy may not actually feel right to some of us here. that setting of friendship love is somehow not as valuable as family or romantic love. But Hook's reminder that we practice love, we experience love, we grow in love, and we grieve the loss of love, not only in family and romantic partners, but also very deeply in our friendships. Friendships are places where we grow in love. It's a very grounding and affirming perspective. The British philosopher Alain de Botton has taken this recognition of the beauty and necessity of sustained friendships a bit further by expressing a real sense of frustration with a society that overemphasizes romantic partnership at the cost of friendships or at the expense of friendships. A society that has deeply misunderstood or even deliberately misled us about how our sustained friendships of many different kinds to people of many different backgrounds can enrich our lives, and how necessary and important they are to our growth over time. In fact, each of the theologians and mystics and philosophers I've quoted today fundamentally believes that friendship is essential to our human development, that friendships help us grow. Can you say that back with me? Friendships help us grow. And de Botton in particular writes that there are as many kinds of friendships as there are kinds of loneliness. There's not just one kind of friendship. Using the language of secular philosophy, he writes about how friendships help us grow emotionally, that needing others to help us and that helping others is a method of becoming, as he writes, wiser, more sensitive, more able to cope with the complexity of existence, more resilient, and more generous. And here I thought we were just hanging out. It's quite a list, and I wonder if it rings true for any of you. I wonder if you can think of a time when your friends helped you grow in love as a person. I wonder if they have helped you understand yourself better. As I watched my son give his speech this year, there was no doubt in my mind that he has grown a lot since he started in kindergarten. He is taller than I am now. But he's not just growing up, he's also growing into himself. He's growing deeper channels. He's understanding more about the world. I think he's finding out what he's made of. And that's not only true for our children. I wonder if there have been times in your life when you have witnessed this growth, or when you have watered this growing, this deepening and becoming in a good friend of yours. And then we bring in the voice of John O'Donohue, that Irish mystic, picking up the thread, giving poetic voice to the ways in which friendship supports our spiritual growth, which also includes befriending ourselves, coming into caring relationship with ourselves, not once, but many times. O'Donohue also distinguishes between loneliness and solitude, like our friend Frog that I talked about in the story, who wanted to be alone not because he was sad, but because he was happy, because it felt good to be by himself and happy. O'Donohue invites us to develop a rich inner life, a connection to nature and soul or the divine, to our own inner worlds, such that we need not fear time alone. Loneliness is a separation from others that is painful and unchosen, and can often paradoxically be experienced most when we are surrounded by people with whom we feel estranged or disconnected. But solitude is an experience of spiritual connection, a groundedness that goes beyond the physical presence of others around us. When culture gives us too many messages of disconnection and misdirection, drawing our attention to what separates, to what divides, to what distracts, what is bound to increase a sense of estrangement, disenchantment, and loneliness, all of the mystical traditions call us back to the ground of our being and invite us to develop a practice of solitude, to come home to ourselves as friends. Come home, my spiritual friends, come home again. It's much easier said than done, but some of you may be familiar with that idea of gently holding the voices within you that may exist in your mind and offer very unhealthy self-criticism. To hold these voices with you by asking if you would speak to a friend that way. I remember the last time I got a parking ticket, getting so mad at myself and speaking those words out loud, and one of my children overhearing me and realizing how cruel I was being to myself, much harsher than I would ever be to a friend. How can we befriend ourselves? My friend Natalie, when she catches me doing it, being too hard on myself, she says, "Oh, Rebecca." I can hear her voice saying it. She says, "Oh, Rebecca, please don't speak to my friend that way." We treat our friends with kindness. When we treat ourselves as we would a friend, it is easier to be kind. Of course I would be kind to my friend. I think this is why so many of us develop bonds of such love and devotion with our animal friends. Of course I would be kind to my pet, to my animal companion. And receiving their love and care helps me grow in love. After all, for my friend, I would do a lot. In that beautiful song that Malcolm lifted up for us just a moment ago, the friendship that was described kept upping the ante on the devotional practices of friendship. I know it went by real fast, but the lyrics started with a rescue at sea, followed by dispelling the darkness. Then the songwriter brought us into an intimate realm of friendship, offering a soothing lullaby in the times when we can't fall asleep, and a reminder that you are loved, a shoulder to cry on, and a pledge to always be there and never say goodbye. There are so many resonances with the hymns and the voices of our Unitarian Universalist tradition in the songs we are singing today about the promises of friendship, the spiritual and emotional consolation of returning to one another when times are tough, and the promise of our mystical traditions of seeking out and renewing a connection with the natural world, with transcending mystery, and our place of ultimate belonging in the cosmos, a groundedness that is fundamentally unshakable. In our responsive reading, we said this is a house of friendships. And as a friend of this house, I do want to get you all to the kickoff of the World Cup, which is coming up fairly soon. I am rooting for Spain and Argentina. I really hope one of them wins. But before I let you go, I have to say, I think the author of our reading did not only want our congregations to be a place where we see and know our friends, but to be a place where we celebrate and understand how friendship is part of our spiritual and emotional and human growth over time, over a life with many seasons of loves and different experiences of relationship and community, how our friendships help us grow. In a house of friendships, this house, we come to befriend ourselves, to make peace with ourselves, and find out what we're made of. This is not something that happens one day and is done and is checked off the list and figured out. This is something we pick up again and again in this house, whenever we come home to ourselves with kindness and redemptive love. In a house of friendships in this house, we come to befriend the earth, our home, not as a one-time experience, but as a practice of care and a promise that we renew again and again. In a house of friendships, in this house, We recognize new friends. We widen our embrace to include those who are just arriving, as well as those we have known for a long time. In this house, we wrestle with and celebrate and grieve and practice friendships not once, but many times. Friendship for the seasick and the shipwrecked, for those of us without a light, for those of us who dearly miss the friends that we have lost, and friendships for those of us who are on our way to you. We are on our way to you with soggy sandwiches and a song to sing and a rose to give, even here, even now. May our friendships help us grow. May we be good friends to ourselves and one another and to this good green world we share. May we be the ones to make it so. Please rise in body or in spirit and join in singing our closing hymn, number 39, Though I May Speak with Bravest Fire. It's number 34. It's number 34.
Though I may speak with bravest fire and have the gift to all inspire, but have not love, my words are vain as sounding brass and hopeless gain. Though I may give all I possess and striving so my love profess, but not begin my love within, the prophet soon turns strangely thin. Come, Spirit, come, our hearts control, our spirits long to be made whole. Let inward love guide every deed. By this we worship and are free.
I'll speak the words of the benediction as my wonderful friend goes ahead and extinguishes the chalice light, which I 100% forgot to do. Thank you so much. That's why it's a team up here. Please take a hand or a shoulder of someone near you. The flames from our chalice and our candles are extinguished. We carry their light with us. May the light from our community fill your lives with beauty, hope, compassion, and laughter.
Amen and blessed be. Let it go, my love, my truest. Let it sail on silver wings. Life's a twinkling, that's for certain. But it's such a fine thing. There's a gathering of spirits. There's a festival of friends. And we'll take up where we left off when we all